Hey guys, Kane here, and in this video we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of splitting off from your group. So the pros and cons were a little bit different from whenever the guys went to Scythe or Drake, or rather the Conquer events. However, the pros and cons are quite different whenever they come back, which means some of the events which I previously could have won myself are not very easily won right now, and those events can include the shrine battles. So, for example, the pros of splitting off could be earning a lot of Lenari in the version of, like, let's say, the kingdom rolls. I'm able to get 500 each week, and also that would be like 2000 per month. So that is one of the good parts. You can also get the research 10%, which is also very, very good. As you want to grow your account, you want to grow your research as fast as you're able, and research usually makes your heroes overpowered. And this game is more or less highly based on the heroes to carry you through PvP, whether it be mages, whether it be rogues, whether it be gladiators, and all that kind of stuff, as well as like upgrading your army. The pros can also be ranking in events. So, since I split off to a smaller color, as you can see the difference in the score, I can easily win quite a few events. So, for example, this guy barely reached any score in the event, this guy also barely got any score. However, I didn't get rank 1 because me and this rank 1 guy, we always share the city destruction events. And the reason for that is since you're farming those events, it can become pretty tedious, it can become pretty boring, and you can easily burn out. So, for example, if I would be farming by myself every day, when the event is up, I could easily get like 2.5 billion or like 3 billion. However, we just farm a little bit to get ahead. We go sleep, we farm again, and we usually don't want to burn each other out or stuff like that. However, if somebody is contesting, then we will eventually raise our score higher. So one week he gets rank 1, one week I get rank 1, and we just swap like that. If he needs help, I give him some times of the cities that I have. If I need help, he will give me his and all that kind of stuff. So essentially, if I wanted to, I could get rank 1 and get 1,000 more Lunari, but it's best to share the ranking so you don't get burnt out by playing the game. And like the event rewards are pretty much why you would want to split off. So depending which color you're going for, like if I was orange, I would get a lot less Linari for even ranking on rank 2. And I think the rank 2 in Kingdom got 700 less than Ari. So instead of 3,500, I would have had like 2,800. So that would be the difference of about almost 2,000 Inari from rank 1 to rank 2 in that particular event, rather. So staying in groups, even for some events, can become pretty hard to even gain Lunari. Sure, some stuff is different on server to server, but that is up to you to judge your own server and your own kingdom and stuff like that. So basically, that is one of the pros of being in a smaller kingdom. You get king roll, you get research rolls whenever you need, whenever you want to. You get high event rankings all the time, which equals a lot of Linari, as well as another thing which people always overlook, which equals the event boxes. So, for example, even the City Clash boxes, Honor War boxes. So, as you can see, the difference between these two boxes, I ranked rank 1 here, and I ranked rank 2 here. Now, people have to take note that these boxes do give the building rush. And some of these boxes do give some runestones. Now, it's not a lot considering you can get a lot from the events, but also you get royal boxes, which gives you, as well as building rush, as well as runestones as well, and guaranteed. So that is like 20 runestones plus 0. Uh, the main thing is the building rush. which helps you out with research or your city construction or whichever you're planning to do. I currently, after having like castle above 45, I only focus on research. So getting this means your research will be upgraded faster, higher, and stuff like that, which is another thing why you would want to swap out from a huge group, because you can acquire more of these as well. So the thing about it is you can acquire a lot of things. You can acquire a lot of stuff like the building rush, the Linari, the boxes, which can have like some runestones as well. However, there is a huge con whenever you split up, or if that group in that particular kingdom is very, very small. So you will not be able to win the shrine battles. So whenever those guys were still in sight, I actually won both of these, the sanctum and also the altar. So I managed to get 34 of these custom utility boxes every time. And instead of a 34, now I was able to get 8. So basically, kind of didn't acquire about 28, 26 of these boxes. And 26 of these boxes would turn to like 130 of the prism crystals, which is 1,300 experience in a prism feature, which is rather quite a lot. So if you're part of a huge group, you will be able to get like 34 to 40 of these custom utility boxes, or 28 if you've chosen the smaller ones. You will be able to get quite a few premium enchanting materials as well, since if you win, the box becomes premium, as well as the boss raid. Now, I do believe it actually finished yesterday, so I didn't get to make an example of it. However, in the current group that I have in purple, we are only able to clear one of the 4 bosses. So if you clear all 4 of the bosses, you get 32 custom utility chests, but if you clear one, you only get 8. So that pretty much means that 24 of those custom utility boxes will be avoid, or you will not acquire the 24 custom utility boxes, which again makes it up for, I think, 120 prism crystals. So basically 130 plus 120, that's 2,500 prism crystals, or rather prism experience, which I will be missing out on every 2 weeks. And that is a pretty decent amount, I suppose. However, the way that I am kind of going for this game and this account is not for the basic materials, which I had been telling many players in many videos. Majority of the time, you want to go for the Linari. And the thing about Linari is that you can acquire a lot of different things for your account. So some of the stuff that you can acquire can be prisms in the version of the true prisms. So for example, I have proper prisms on the heroes that I'm currently using, and I'm working on making or kind of upgrading my some heroes with experience, rather, to be able to use a few true prisms that I currently have and make my formation better. So for example, I have Rufio 63, but I'm not currently using him. I am leveling those heroes to just keep until I am able to put heroes frontline. So for example, I have Solaris, which I'm currently not using, as 57, and I'm still leveling him. Equipments, do keep in mind, will change whenever I will be using them in my formation. So essentially, I will be wanting to add Mira as well. I will be wanting to perhaps add Arion as well. Perhaps add Lunella as well, since she's a decent tank as well, all that kind of stuff. But I do require hero experience, which kind of makes it like the difference, or rather harder to use heroes frontline, because most of those heroes all the time have to be max level. Otherwise, like those gladiators, those tanks, anything in that side of the hero's frontline will die if you don't have them very high level. So in that sense, I would use the Lunari to acquire true prisms for heroes that will be even in the front line, like for the gladiators to tank better, for DPS like Rufio to do more damage, for Avril and let's say Valerie to do more damage, all that kind of stuff. That is one of those achievements, is that you have to acquire the true prisms. So unless you're lucky, that will cost you over 20,000 Lunari. And there is no other way to acquire them unless you're lucky or you buy them. The other thing is spending Lunari for Finders Keepers to acquire special dragon abilities. Now, I would have two abilities if my bank account didn't really screw up and like I needed temples and I wasn't even able to recharge because I kind of recharged on another game and then my bank account froze and then there was a location issue and stuff like that since I moved to Lithuania. So there was, or rather, I had to wait a few days and stuff like that. So I didn't manage to get my second ability. However, I still have one, and it's, I guess, pretty decent, and would suggest for people to get it as well. But now I'm not entirely sure on which rotation. So this one particular ability, unless you're lucky, costs 25,000 Lunari. So do keep in mind that cost is pretty high for rather to guarantee these rewards. Then you have particular things like skins. So, for example, this skin in particular would add 10% stats to damage and max health. Now, many people don't think this is 10%. However, this percentage is actually true percentage, so it will increase um, all of your stats by 10%. So, for example, if you would have 5 million attack, this skin would add 500,000. Now, it doesn't work the same for the mount skins, I do believe. So, for example, I have the Tortoise, which grants Paladins 5% HP and attack. I have the Purgatory Demon, which grants Gladiators 5% attack and HP. And this one doesn't actually mean 5%. It only gives you, out of these 5%, it will give you like 1% or 1.5% on the stats that those Paladins and Gladiators do have. So maybe if you would raise their stats, it would actually become better, but I'm not sure how it's calculated, but it's not true percentage on those. And those you can only acquire with money or luck. So essentially, you have these three places where you can spend Linari, as well as there is a particular shop which I will show you one of the thumbnails from my video which I had made previously. I think it was named a summer shop and then a pumpkin festival or stuff like that, where you can acquire a lot of relic boxes, a lot of theurgic shards, a lot of advanced materials or even prison materials and stuff like that. And you also do require Linari for that particular event in the shape of using it for like summoner circle. Then you get stuff from the summoner circle. You get freebies to spend on that particular shop. And then you also get freebies for acquiring those. So there's so much basic materials in that one particular shop just for spending like 20,000 Denari. That is insane. And that is like one of the few things that I personally would save Linari for. So, in my own opinion, splitting off and earning a lot of Linari would be kind of better than being in a huge group and not being able to acquire so much Linari would actually give me less chances to get those mini achievements, which I always say, like for dragon skills, for prisms, for stuff like that, for skins. Uh, and your account will be weaker rather against those players who do have them. for example, if some guys would have like, let's say, a few level 10 prisms, but they wouldn't have like a true prism, or they would have true prisms at level 10. If you properly spent your Linari for, let's say, heroes, true prisms, dragon abilities, you would still beat those people because they would have a lot less achievements than you. And also, that shop, I forgot to mention, it does also have quite a lot of these advanced artifact materials. I think you can get about 700 plus in that shop as well. So, yeah, that is one of the few things which you can also look forward to. If you're not spending money to get these advanced or other premium materials, you can also get them through spending some Linari as well. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. I think I pretty much covered most of the pros and cons. Honestly, I do believe the pros still outweigh the cons of splitting off, just because you're able to earn quite a bit of Linari. So for some of those, let's say, things I've used a month in terms of like the kingdom roll, some and stuff like that. So if we would count 2 shrine battles and 2 boss raids, we would be losing about 5,000 prism experience, which would be just leveling one of these, let's see, prisms to level 10. However, if you would be upgrading, let's say, a level 7 to a level 8, you do require 1,700. So you could upgrade 3 of these to level 8 just from the free materials that you require. So essentially, that is quite a bit of free materials, like a trade off. So again, do keep in mind, stronger players may not need to worry about something like this, but personally myself, acquiring Linari is actually one of the main things that people have to do. Like, this game revolves around Linari, literally. So if you don't acquire it a lot and fast enough, you will not be able to get the stuff that you require to be better and better and better. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, do subscribe to the channel, and please do like the video. It would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay safe out there.